Hey guys, Jonah here from 100 Concepts. I'm here with Zach from Cana Provisions, and today we'll be talking a little bit about some of the things you see on this table and what's in store for 2024. With that, I'll pass it off to you.
Thank you. Thank you both to you and to Garrett and all the guys for having us out here to the shop and to do a little get together and talk about some of this stuff. So thank you. And thank you also to our customers who have supported us throughout the last year. It's been a great ride and been great growth. And so we just wanted to say thank you as well. So 2024, we're going to kick off with a new product offering, which isn't our product. This is a Katahdin product, but it's the SteriPen. We get lots and lots of questions about the SteriPen and UV sterilization in particular, and I get a lot of questions because people see what I'm using in my particular my personal kit and loadout, and that is the SteriPen. And so there are a lot of strengths and there are some weaknesses to it, but that being said, we are going to be carrying these and offering them immediately in 2024. So that's what we wanted to start off with. So on the table here, you see a bunch of different things that we both are carrying already, or in this case, everyone is asking when we're going to be restocking these, and the answer is we're working on it as fast as we can. We're working with Aqua Research directly. We are expecting those sometime in early 2024, and we'll talk about how you can sign up for the wait list a little later on that. Our decon kits, which have been very popular, we're very pleased with that. But all of these tools, they all have a specific purpose, and there seems to be a little bit of an argument or a hierarchy as far as like, oh, what's the one water tool that I can have to rule them all? And the answer is maybe none of them, but maybe all of them. And to that effect, each one of these has a very different particular set of circumstances that it shines in. And so you won't hear us down talking one, you'll hear us talking about the strengths of one versus the strengths of the other one, especially if, for example, I'm preparing water for a lot of people and not just myself. I'm going to be pointing to these H2Gos in particular because I can dose more water than 1 liter at a time. But if I want to make it really light and on the move and I'm only worried about myself, well then, especially if I've got good, clean, like mountain runoff or clean water here, or natural springs, then I'm probably going to be carrying something like these Aquatabs. But there are all a bunch of tools here that shine in different areas. The Grails or any of the other micro filtration type systems, hollow tube type filters, that includes the Sawyers, the Platypuses, Katahdin, MSR. They all make a version of what the technology in this filtering is capable of. We want to talk about the titanium cup and why the titanium cup is a thing, just from the perspective of not just how light it is, but from a boiling perspective. And if I'm looking at, for example, using my Aquatabs and I know that I have something like cryptosporidium in the water, then I'm going to need to boil it before I can use those to take it out.
Also, finite resource versus infinite.
Exactly. As long as I've got a camping stove, and I have a multitude of different uses for this. And hey, cool. I mean, how cool is that? How cool is that? Talking about the differences in Aquatabs, right? Like a lot of people don't recognize that there are 2 different dose rates in 2 different sizes. And if I'm working out of 5-gallon cans or even 5-gallon pails, having these is a really good way to go instead of having to count out 20 or 30 or 40 of those tablets and using up an enormous amount. Total dissolved solid meter, being able to balance and check pH and your total dissolved solids in the water. As silly as that sounds, if I'm using a hollow type filter or if I'm using an RO system, this is an invaluable tool for telling me, hey, when things are breaking down or not breaking down. The life straw is another one. There's a lot of hate for the life straw. There's a lot of love and a lot of advantages to be had with the life straw as well. It's one of the reasons why we retail them. We're going to be carrying even more life straw products in 2024, which we're really excited about. But this is a great answer to slide into whatever your personal kit is or in your pocket. This is an excellent fallback. We're going to talk about a little bit about ORS, which is oral rehydration solution, oral rehydration therapy. There's a lot more to hydration than just pumping all of the water in that you possibly can. We're also going to talk about carriage methods as far as, hey, and why would I carry a water bottle like this versus why would I carry an Nalgene versus why would I carry a bladder and what that looks like. And then as well, we've got some other tools like bacterial culture kits and testing strips. And those things go a lot into helping you select your water source and making sure that you're finding a water source that isn't so heavily contaminated that it's going to excise such an enormous tax in finite time and resources to get that out of the water. So we're going to be launching all that in what we'll call snackable video content, short format stuff where we break down each one of these tools, even like the Silcox key, just how important that can be, potentially accessing unknown water reservoirs in an urban environment. But going through and breaking these things down and saying, if I can't have all of it, okay, why can I pick a couple of these things? Okay, does it look different from me keeping it on my body versus keeping it in my pack versus like with an AR1, putting it on a side-by-side, putting it on a dirt bike, putting it in the back of the Suburban, something like that. So we're gonna be breaking those things down and stepping through each of those. And on the decon kit side, we've actually got a couple new things coming that I'm just going to, calmly roll in front of you like that, that we have several outgrowths for the decon kit line coming here in early 2024 that we're very excited about. We also have another, an instructional product line that is going to contain an enormous amount of data that we'll be launching in early 2024 as well. And these are meant to be low barrier to entry, and they're meant for every man, woman, and child, everyone who wants either the access to clean water or the ability to create clean water based on anything they come across.
All right, so that was a lot of information. What we're going to be trying to be doing in 2024 is break this into bite-sized pieces that are digestible. We already kind of outlined what we're going to be talking about, but we want to know from you guys if there's anything we missed that you think you want to hear about. Let us know in the comments below, as well as just any questions that you really want us to make sure we answer. Drop those below. But yeah, this is going to be what we're working on in 2024 to better serve you and educate you guys on how to all the hows about water. So Zach's going to be our resident expert on that. Make sure you sign up for our email list as well as Zach's. You can see that at cana-provisions.com. We'll drop that in the description below also. And as well as our email, 100concepts.com. So this has been Jonah from 100 Concepts and Zach from Cana Provisions. And live free.
And respect the water.
There you go. All right, thanks guys.